could not imagine going through something like that. Julie, would you walk us through your experience?
Going up to new places.
It was October of 2004. I noticed that I had like a lump near my collarbone, and I went to the doctor and they said, oh, it's probably an infection because lymph nodes swell up during that time. So I had an antibiotic, and of course, why would I think anything was wrong? So my husband and I went to New York for the weekend and had an awesome time, and it seemed like, you know, life is great. But when we got back, I noticed that there were more lumps, and they felt like they were going up my neck.
New revelation.
That's when they told me that I had cancer. And I remember freaking out when the doctor first told me. Like, I just sat there and stared at him, you know, speechless. Cancer, I'm 24 years old, you know? And I'd only been married for 6 months, and it was just really scary. And I'd say there was probably about a week where I cried all the time. I called my teachers at school and said I didn't want to come back to school anymore, so they let me kind of finish classes on the side. And I just went through this period of why me, what did I do wrong, why not somebody who's, you know, this horrible person, or, I mean, it was just really scary. And even though the doctors told me, you know, it was pretty curable, I still had this thought of, am I gonna die? You know, like, there's tons of people that die of cancer. I'm too young to have cancer. So it was definitely very scary.
I declare over you, God has given you the air.
The Monday before Christmas was my first chemo treatment, and I got those every other Monday, and they were 6 hours long, and I got the first 6 months, and I will never forget the Christmas because it was awful. I felt awful, I was nauseous, and my mouth was burning from the drugs, and I had this horrible headache I couldn't get rid of, and all I wanted to do was sleep, and all the extended family had come in. I didn't even want to open my presents. I mean, I would have to say it was the worst Christmas of my entire life, and it's definitely a time I would like to forget.
Some of you have been fighting for a very long time. Some of you have been fighting that ground warfare for a very long time.
Number one, I'd have to say prayer, definitely. My family and friends, especially the whole church family praying for me, definitely made a difference. You know, instead of the attitude I started with of, you know, being woe is me, why me, you know, I started focusing more on, you know what, I have the hope of heaven if I die. If I don't get through this, I know where I'm going. I wouldn't want to wish it on anyone who didn't have Jesus, because they would be lost if they had cancer that wasn't cured. And I just, my favorite verse as I was going through this was Philippians 4, 6 through 7. And it just really spoke to me and really helped me change my attitude of one from woe is me to, you know what, I can do this, and I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna show people that, you know, I have Jesus and I'm not lost. So from that point on, it was still hard, things were still hard. You know, I was still sick sometimes, but it wasn't as bad, and I think that was because of people praying. Like, instead of losing weight, I gained weight, which shocked the doctors. And yes, I still lost my hair, and but I decided to look at the positive of that. Okay, I lost my hair, but cool, I'm gonna see what I look like with short hair, because I would never cut my hair short, and it actually was kind of cool. Another cool thing is I didn't have to shave my legs for 5 months. I mean, woohoo, how awesome is that, you know? But prayer, definitely, I could tell people were praying for me, and it definitely made me, like, I just felt better because I knew those people were encouraging me. happy to say I'm 5 years cancer-free. It's very exciting. As you know, I went through chemo, and after they kill the cancer, it also kills healthy cells. They just kind of clean out your whole body to make sure that nothing happens and it doesn't come back. When I started chemo, I had inquired the doctors, will I be able to have children? Should I, take steps to do anything? And they said, no, you should be fine. You'll just have to wait and see. There was nothing I could do. So when it came time for, my husband and I, after all of my scans were coming back clean and all my doctor's visits were going good, we were like, man, we want to start a family. And nothing was happening. And I kept going back to the doctor, and they kept telling me, well, keep trying, but we can't make any promises because you went through this, all of these treatments. We don't know what to tell you, just keep trying. So, during that time, obviously I was very discouraged because I've always wanted to be a mom and experience that, and it's really frustrating when, you're thinking it's gonna happen and it doesn't. After a year and a half, finally, we got pregnant. It was very exciting, and we have a healthy little boy, Brendan. He's 6 months old, and obviously my prayer for him every day now is that he will stay healthy and not go through what I went through. And I just want to encourage people that prayer does work, and when you're down about something or you're going through something that you think you can't make it through and you're not strong enough or whatever it is, pray and ask God, and He will see you through it. It may not be the answer you want, but He'll get you through it. And it's just, all I can do is say pray, because it works.
You have been set free. You have been set free. You have been set free.